Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another review show. So today I'm down Torbay area once again and we're going to cover two items. We're going to cover the Zolkron XT 435 Extreme Tournament and we're also going to cover the original Pen Fathom. So I've got a 12 and a 15 there which have been mad converted. Let's see how we get on. So guys, we will start with the rod. Okay, so the rod itself I've had for, I would say, nearly 12 months now, okay? And it is a lovely rod, and to be fair, for what it is, it's probably one of the nicest casting rods you'll ever get to cast. It's been built for casting and fishing at the same time. It's not an out-and-out very stiff rod. I mean, there's a lot more stiffer rods available on the market, but at the same time with it, it's user-friendly. You can hit a bait a very long way when you bend this, and for fishing, it's perfect. Where a lot of the rods are stiff all the way through, it comes through and you've got all the backbone and the power to lift the fish and stuff like that, and we'll go for it now. Okay guys, so the Zolkron XT 435 Extreme Tournament, its optimal casting weight is up to 300 gram, it's 14.4 in length, and it is a true player in the game. It's one of the big boys in the Zolkron range, and we're just about to put a reel on and give it a go. So for the review today, it's quite good because I've got a rod and reel combo which I can pretty much do together. And yeah, as I said, I've had the rod 12 months, and I've had double figure rays on it, I've had bream on it, I've had what else have we had? Lots of whiting, dogfish, bullace, eels, and yeah. To be fair, I haven't done as much fishing as I had in previous years, but for those who've watched the Christmas edition of some of the ray fishing we had out, I mean, we had some of the best ray fishing that I've ever had. I mean, not size-wise, but for majority and quantity of fish. I mean, one session it was just unreal. And yeah, for those who haven't seen it, be sure to check out the Facebook page for it, YouTube channel for it, because there's some fantastic productions. There's one on there what we've done down at Mothercombe, and there was another one we've done at Seasons Point, and both of which were fantastic sessions. And it amazes me sometimes because you do a video like I did on B-Sands and whiting, and it'll get like 15,000 hits. And then you do something which is on double figured rays and stuff like that, and it seems to get only a couple thousand hits, and it's surprising that what people want to watch. So I got someone to do an analysis on my channel to see how I can improve doing things and stuff like that, and I was surprised with the outcome, because what they said was I need to do smaller fish fishing rather than all the specimen stuff, because that's what people want to see. And it surprised me, because me personally, if I go and sit down and watch something, I want to watch big fish. And I think it's something we all try to catch from when we first start fishing for out, and it's something I always enjoy seeing. And I sort of like make videos sometimes to the factor that I would like to see, and maybe I'm wrong with the fact of that. It's a crazy world we live in, where catching a few whiting on the beach outclasses like videos with double-figured small-eyed rays from the shore, and it's, you know what I mean. Some of them, we had an absolute monster of a male of over 12 pounds, which is a phenomenal fish. You know what I mean? So it's crazy days, but yeah. So we're going to get into this review. So for it, I'm going to put on a 7-ounce lead just to show the capability of the rod with a 7-ounce lead. And obviously the reel. Now I'm going to talk about the rod first, and then we'll go into the reel, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right guys? Okay, I'm quite lucky at the minute because it seems to be that there's no one coming out walking the dog. I'm hoping the rain's going to put people off it a little bit, or they're going to go to the moors or something, but I'm just going to give this a light flick. I'm going to turn the brakes down a little bit, just going to give it a half a turn, all right, and then we'll just get into the reel more than anything, okay, after that. I can take the mags completely off compared to that. It's not, it's holding back really a hell of a lot then. So what I'm going to try and get on camera here for you, I mean, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm probably better off that sort of way. So that's a 7-ounce lead on it, right? And as you can see, the rod isn't moving too much. It's, as I said, it's a machine for rough ground. It's a J-curve. I class it as a J-curve rod. Having said that, it's got I don't know, it's an hard one really, because when you get into the fish with it, it does allow the angler to use all parts of the rod. It's been cleverly designed. As you can see there, it still picks up really good bite detection and that on it, even though of its strength and stuff. I mean, some of the big hitters on the casting field have done phenomenal with this rod. And I know Adam, he's had some big stingrays on it with him, Forteventura and stuff. So we're going to wind the mags off now. It looks like it's going to start to rain, so I'm hoping it don't. But hopefully we can get a few casts out and see how it goes. Okay, guys. So you're going to basically see the rod and the reel in action at the same time here, so I'm going to do a little bit of talk about both at the same time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a cast with the mags set off, or halfway off, just so you can sort of see. I've got someone whistling at me. I don't know if that's Adam or not. He knows I'm down here. I thought while I was in his neck of the woods, I thought I'd give him a shout just to see if he was free or not. But someone's waving. I don't know who it is. I don't think it's Adam though. But yeah, there's a few walkers here at the minute, so I'm just going to let them move past. I don't want to be casting with anybody to my right, for safety precautions at the end of the day. But we'll see if we can get one out. As soon as this guy walks past here now, looks like I'll be able to wind one up. So yeah, let's give it a go. Woohoo! I had to slow that down then. That you nearly seen a big mistake on camera. I think I'll give it one click too much. I have. I've gone off 3 turns instead of 3 full turns instead of 2. Yeah, I have. Right, so 1, 2. Right, that's set now. Did you see that line lifting? I hope you did. I only just got away with that. Literally, only just got away with that. But let's have a look here. Line around the tip. But perfect for channel, perfect for targeting bullets, perfect for rock fishing. The positives is it's a really good rod at a really affordable price. I mean, it's I don't think there's the type of rod out there at that price range which is going to beat it in really. It's a phenomenal rod for the money, and it's, at the end of the day, guys, it's a mid-range rod, isn't it? At the end of the day, Zotcon are basically creating rods for a quality rod for anglers, because at the end of the day, because anglers haven't always got the type of money to spend thousands and thousands of pounds on fishing gear. It can be an expensive sport, and I know anglers like their fancy stuff and that at the same time, but sometimes you've got to have an affordable rod on the market. And when I first spoke to Jay, he said he wants to create a rod, a quality rod, which is affordable to everybody. And I think that's what they've named the range at. And I think they've done a fantastic job with doing so at the same time. But I have got a load of girls coming here now, and I'm hoping they're not going to be starting swimming in front of me, because if they are, that is the end of our session. But I'll see if I can get another cast in before they go swimming, and then what I'll do is I'll do a few talks of the reel. But you see me casting it, you see me nearly bird's nesting it, so hopefully we can get 1 or 2 more away. Go on, girls, you alright? Yeah, you alright? Yeah, I'm finished. Yeah. Where are you? We're swimming to? You're gonna kill me, aren't you? You're gonna kill me. No, you're right. No, I'm not fishing anyway. I'm just doing a review on this rod. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. You tell me. It's very long. Yeah. I was told that. Yeah, it is very long. Yeah. It's got a very dangle bit. It bends in the right places. You should start doing the review. Well or never. But we'll let the girls go and swim in peace. You're all on camera. You're all over the internet. All the review you said about the rod. You better watch it later on. See Angling Adventures. They're bright red now, but no, we'll let these girls have a swim, and we'll see if we can get casting that way or something, and yeah, we'll have a little quick look at the reel.
Okay guys, so the reel was designed with a full die cast metal reel frame and side plate to minimise the chance of gear corrosion under pressure. The reel itself holds 280 yards of 18-pound line and has a retrieve ratio of 6.1, which is a phenomenal retrieve ratio. It cranks up the biggest of fish.
So that is pretty much a general spec of the reels, and to be honest, if anyone was to say to me what is my all-time favourite reel, personally, it would be these. Okay, either the 15s or the 12s. I use the 15s a lot more because of the rain and channel work and breaming and stuff like that I do when I'm using 20-pound line. But if I'm using place fishing, I'm getting them fishing for sole or stuff like that, I'll use the 12s as well. But these had to be magged to make them what they are. Okay, I've got Chris Macy's mags on these ones, which are really, really good. I've also got another pair with Phil Stairs mags, both exactly the same, both top quality mag converters, and it just completely transforms a reel. I mean, without having that, you can speed the reels up, but it can be too much. But with the mag conversions, you can basically adjust a reel to set your casting and headwinds and stuff like that. But for me, especially when I'm casting, especially for rays and stuff like that, I really want a reel that I have total control over. So unlike then a minute ago when I was casting it, I've done 3 turns instead of 2. 3 turns is a little bit too much, really. So I could get away with 2.5, but 3, as you've seen, it went to lift totally. I like my reels running on the edge. I like that lift in the line because there's no restriction with distance and stuff then. At the end of the day, guys, you don't need distance on every single area and every sort of place you're fishing, but distance does come in handy at certain venues, and I find having the skills to get a bait a bit further than you would normally do will improve your fishing, and it's certainly paid off for me over the years with especially like sole fishing, for example. I know if I can hit a certain area of patch of clay on Chesil, it's probably 160 yards out, 150, 160 yards out, but if you don't hit it, sometimes I feel that I'm not getting where the fish are, but being able to get the bait out there, it's put me into fishing that before. So the girls are really enjoying their time swimming up there. But it is an absolutely fantastic reel, it really is. I mean, loaded with 20-pound main line. It's a cranking reel. I've gone for a few of them over the years. I've had a few pairs of them. At the end of the day, chucking them down on the rocks and that don't really do it good. I've tried to look after these now. I've got a Century reel bag, so I keep them in that. So when I'm not using them, I put them in there and stuff. And I try not to get them on the rocks and that. I've got my other pair, I've got a little bit scratched. I'm trying to look after these a little bit more because I don't think I'll get another pair of these brand new, which is sad really. I managed to get a pair from Hooks in Torquay, their last set, and I'm still on the lookout for a 12 now. So if anybody is getting rid of a 12, please let me know because I've got one there and I need another one to go with it. But as I said, guys, they really do stand the test of time. The casting specials I've had and I've got rid of, not a fan. At first, I thought, yeah, good idea and stuff like that, but the components and they just don't stand up. The ratchets and everything else don't stand up to the cost and quality of that there. I mean, the ratchets on these are superb. You know what I mean? It's a little girl playing on her bike there, so I'll let her go a minute. But I'll let you see the ratchet, okay? Personally, I don't know why they stopped producing them. Having said that, I know why they stopped producing them, because they seen that everybody was converting them with a mag. So I think what they thought they would do is put a mag on there, but they put a clicky mag on there, like the Penn 525s, which anglers don't want, if I'm truly honest. I mean, the mono mags, that's all they had to do with that reel was do what's been done there, and they've got it. They've literally nailed it. A couple of things they could improve on, I really don't know. It's a very well made reel at a very affordable price. I mean, I'm a big fan of these guys. I mean, I've had the Saltigas, I've had the Sotis. Personally, as a lot of people say, one man's meat's another man's poison, but it's exactly the same when it comes to fishing rods and reels and that. Personally, I would rather have a pair of these than any other reel on the market that I've tried. I've had the Saltigas, I've had the Sotis and that. What I find, even when they're magged in that, they don't run the same. These are very, very smooth. I didn't find that with the casting specials, I've got to be honest. Not as smooth as these. Whatever they've done with these originals was a work of art. There was some flaws over a lot of wear and tear and stuff like that, but absolutely fantastic reels, and they will be very, very much missed. I mean, every time I see a pair of them, Joseph, we're up at the European Open and we went into the East Coast Tackle, there was a pair sat there. Joseph was lucky enough to grab them, and he's going to put his mags onto the side of them, because he had my old ones, what I give him, were completely run down of the amount of fishing I've done with them and stuff. And no matter what you do, obviously with equipment and stuff, you've got to look after it, but over time it will go. But unfortunately, I'm cherishing these reels now, because I know that I can't get another pair of them, and I love them, I really do. I mean, the only reels I've tried, I haven't tried any of the newer range what's out at the moment, so I can't completely. All I can do is give an opinion on what I've tried so far. But the Trinidad Shimano's, I had to go with Gav Adam and then Adam Adam, the gold ones magged, and they're very similar to this. They look very sexy because they're gold. So I might see if Adam will bring them out so we can have a play with them on camera. They're very sexy because they're gold. They've got mag conversion, but they're like these. They don't hold back and they fly. Not a reel for everyone. I know a lot of the people didn't like the Fathoms, but personally, I like a reel on the edge, and that is a reel which will give you edge. All right, folks, I'm casting the opposite way now, so I've got to. So I'm only going to have a couple of casts, and the rain's about to kick in. I might go for a swim with the girls, you know. But look, I'm just going to try and show you a little bit more of this rod, and we can go from there, really. I'm hitting that slightly early. I haven't been out fishing a lot, if I'm honest, and I can feel it with my casting. And the trouble I think I've had is, recently, when we went up to the European Open, I was using glass tip rods, so I was using the T9s, and over Christmas I was nailing my casting with these again. But because I've actually slowed the casting down a bit more, it's hard going from a glass tip rod to a carbon rod, and I can see it. So you'll have to bear with me, because my casting's all over the place at the minute. But all it needs is 10, 15, 20 minutes just going down with, and just playing. I mean, you've got to get used to the rod again, haven't you? Every rod will load differently. But no, it's a fantastic fantastic rod for the money. Anybody was looking for a conger rod, bullish rod, or like ray fishing off the rocks and stuff like that, it really is a nice rod. But they are absolutely crazy. Check this out. Rather them than me. But no, it really is a fantastic rod, and this is a setup, exact setup I was using over Christmas when I was targeting the rays and stuff. Okay, folks, I'm gonna have one more cast now, and then I'm gonna leave the girls to it. But I've been using this rod now, as I said, for the last 12 months. It's handled everything I've thrown at it, from reefs to loads and loads of weed. I remember one day we went up there and it was just weeded out, and it brung the lead back with the thing without snapping the shock leader or nothing. The rod pulled it right back in. I mean, I've put it through this paces, this rod, and it stood up to everything I could throw at it. The one thing, the only negative thing I would say for my personal own fishing is it does when you fish get a fish onto it, it's a very user friendly rod. So it basically compresses from the reel out to the tip. And it's got very powerful butt section and mid section, but it does compress, where sometimes when I'm fishing it big heavy seas and stuff like that, I like a J-curve, proper J-curve rod with no compression in the middle of the butt section of the rod, so it's just the tip, and it just enables to hold fish at times. And it's only the slight thing, it's not for everybody, but obviously with preference with my own specimen sort of like time fishing, it's the only thing which I would say. But at the end of the day, it's a rod which has been targeted for every user and capability of sea fishing, and it is a fantastic rod which is at a very fantastic price, really. I mean, for 400 quid, you're not going to find a rod like that available on the market that I've tried personally. So I haven't tried all the new rods available, so it's something I'm looking forward to trying to get involved in, really. But guys, we're going to have one last cast, and yeah, as I said, that is the Zolkron XT435 Extreme Tournament, casting weight up to 300 grams and 14.4 in length, and it is a complete beast. I mean, it's a very well built rod. These come built now, and I do love the yellow. I really do. I'm a big fan of the yellow, and it is a fantastic rod for its money. It really is. And as I said, I've had some really good fish on it in the last 12 months, and it's something which I will take out and I wouldn't get rid of. I wouldn't. It's a at the end of the day, depending what type of fishing I'm doing, and especially like fishing for cheddar or fishing for taupe and stuff like that, necessarily like in fast tides and stuff like that, it's a perfect setup. And at the end of the day, each rod or component in fishing is used for its purpose at the end of the day. It's like you're taking a match rod fishing, a match rod, a light beach rod fishing for conger in rough conditions. You're not going to do it. Well, this would handle it fine. And yeah, another phenomenal product from the Zocron range, I've got to say. And yeah, that's the 435. Okay folks, that's it for casting now, unfortunately. There's a lot of general public coming up and walking dogs and stuff. Try to get there down here early and get it all complete, and unfortunately it's just, you can't be casting with people walking up and down with dogs and that. It's just too dangerous. But I think everybody's got the sort of the gist of review and stuff. I was like the Penn Fathoms, I said, for an overlook of what I've just done, one of the best reels ever made. Needed adjusting with mag converters, which Phil Stairs and Chris Macy both done and perfected to perfect. It's just a perfect reel. It's something that I will miss, and I think it's a lot of anglers in the future will never have the opportunity in 20 or 30 years time, unless they're still around then, a bit like the Speedmasters and stuff, to get the hands on these reels. It's a reel which I would not want to see out of my collection when I'm fishing, and it's something that I would truly miss. It really is. And then matched up with this 435 is a perfect setup. You look at it for price range on the on the market, you're going to get a pair of rods for under £1,000. And you've also got a reels. If you could buy these reels now, just over £1,000, you would get a pair of rods and reels, which really I don't think you're gonna be able to get to this sort of quality. I mean, Dick Lex and Century, as we all know, have been the leading manufacturers in high-class top-end rods for many, many years, and the quality's there, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's a high-end level rod. And what you're looking at with other brands and stuff like that is you're looking at brands which, and especially what Zocron's done now, they're looking for a perfect quality blank, which gives the same high spec standards at an affordable price. And I think they've done fantastic with what they've done. The ones I've cast, I got rid of my Conoflex Flatty Fanatics. I got a pair of the bass rods. I've been using them over the Christmas period and that, fishing for bass and flounder and stuff like that. I've got them loaded up now with a pair of slammers. I can't wait to go gilting with them. They're phenomenal rods, so especially for the money, you can't complain. You know what I mean? And then I've got these, which I've been using for all my fishing really, and they're phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I do like the lights, so I'm going to get the lights, guys. I'm going to try and get hold of a light because I'd like to do a review down here on the light, just for the simple fact of how you can load it. Because for anybody what does struggle doing the pendulum cast, the lights, you can literally just put the tip down and around and then turn and hit the lead, and the rod does it all for you. It's a C-curve rod, and it is very, very special. And yeah, it's one of them. And like the one we've done on episode 2 with the XGT14, I'm quite pleased to be working and doing a little bit on Zocron, because at the end of the day, guys, a lot of people see the videos and think I'm sponsored by Zocron. I'm not. I've basically seen the products and seen friends using the products and got my hands on them. And at the end of the day, for an affordable rod on the market, what caters for everyone, you've got the quality there. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'm big fans of a lot of different brands on the market, and these are definitely one of them. So that's it for the day. I hope you enjoy the show, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in another adventure.